yeah, heck yeah. Let it go, let it go.
Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning, crypto friends. How's everyone doing out there? It is Thursday, April 8th, 6:45 a.m. UTC -5. We're live. How we doing out there? Let's have a look at the charts. We got a lot of movement here, mostly in the altcoin space, but we'll have a look here first at BTC USD is up 1%. Looking up at support, 56,568.42. Resistance all the way got up there at the, we're going to first have to get through that 56,823.20. Then you're going to have this next high here, which was 57,000 psychological. Let's move on to Ethereum, ETH, USD. Ethereum, we have support sitting at the 1990.73. Resistance is going to be the 2000 again, and then next level, 2000 psychological, I could say, and then next level will be 2024.36 for Ethereum. Moving on to BNB, USD, Binance Coin. Binance Coin, some healthy consolidation overnight. Glad to see that. So we're going to look at support to hold at the 393.91 and resistance up at the 405.109. We did get the 12 cross over the 26, so we're in good shape there. Riding that 12-day moving average. We are in the 1 hour time frame, by the way. I've meant to mention that when I first started. And we'll bring that stop loss on up just beneath that 26-day moving average. Right at the 34.08 if you're in the trade with me. Let's move on to ADA, Cardano. ADA, consolidation station, still going sideways, but we are getting the 12 cross over the 26. So we're off to a good start. We just need to get above that 100-day moving average. So support sitting down at the 1.1852, resistance at the 1.208. I did mention in the chat really quick as we move on, we have IOTA in the spotlight today, but coming up on Friday, you'll have 1inch, ENJ, NKN, and OGN will launch on Coinbase. You can actually transfer those names if you have Coinbase Pro. You can transfer those in now. You just can't purchase them until Friday, but you can bring them in there and trade. Would like to mention that. So let's move on to DOT, PolkaDot. PolkaDot support 39.600, resistance up there at the 41.368. And we did get the 12 cross over the 26. So we're riding at 26. Unfortunately, it's trending in towards the downside. So watch that as we make our way back into the buy target. So we're going to look for this to base and then come up and set a higher low and then close above that higher low, and we're off and running. Added Doge back. Someone pointed out that I don't know how it got off of the watch list, but we're back into Doge here. So support sitting there at the 0.0606, resistance at the 0.0615 for Doge. We did get the 12 cross the 26, and we do have configuration for the upside here. So we're should be able to ride that 26-day moving average up through the 12. So moving on to LTC USD Litecoin. Litecoin again kind of going sideways here for us, but on top of that 100-day moving average is 1226 cross is good. So support at a 217, resistance 225.51. Going I'm going to nudge that stop loss up there just below those previous lows over there. So there we go. So move on to LINK Chainlink, up 1.5%. Lots of moving averages crossing every direction, so that's kind of, we're waiting for that to resolve. So looking at support at 31.493, resistance 32.291 for LTC. I'm sorry, Litecoin LINK USD. Moving on to Stellar. Stellar almost triggered our stop loss here, but that held up for us, so we're still in it. Looking at support down at the 0.4682. Lots of bearish volume here, but we had indecision on the previous candle, so hopefully we can, and of course hopium is not a viable trade option. I should mention that. Looking up at resistance at the 0.4898 for XLM USD. Moving on to Vechain VET USD. Vechain, we have the 12 cross the 26 here on the 1 hour, so I imagine if we flip to the 4 hour, we should be getting close. Let's have a look here. Yep, we are fanned out just perfectly, sitting right on top of that 12-day moving average for support. So support at the 0.1105 and resistance at the 0.11404. And stop loss trailing very tightly there just beneath that 12-day moving average. So looking good, in good shape there with Vechain. Let's look at the Vethor, VTHO USD. Starting to run up here with it as well. So we have support sitting there at the 0.0156 and resistance at the 0.0163. And we are inverse for that particular name, so keep that in mind. So we may need to come down and retest some of these lows. So we'll get that stop loss a little tighter there just beneath these set of lows over here to the left side. We'll move on to FIL USD. Resistance up at the 158.01 and support. And we're starting to glitch already. Here we go. There's our support level. Let's see if I can get that off the 1 hour there to get a little tighter range for us. Support right there at the 147.536. And we'll get that stop loss a little bit tighter there. Just beneath there at the 147.53. We're going to put the stop there. Let's have a look at Storj, STORJ USD. Resistance all the way up at the 2.605 support. We're on the 1 hour, so we'll need to, there we go. We got that off the low over here. 12-day moving average trending upward as well as the 26. So we're going to come up to meet this 100-day. And this trajectory is going to be about 8 or 9 hours, perhaps. So support 2.451, resistance 2.605. For Storj, now looking at IOTA. IOTA having the spotlight for the day. Nice run up here. Set a new all-time high at the 1.9343. And resistance is going to be first at the 1.89. Of course, you're going to get, we're trying to get that the $2 mark, psychological for IOTA. And support will be down at the 1.822. We did get overbought, but we're starting to calm down a little bit. So got that stop setting up there pretty tight for IOTA. Let's move on to comp, COMP USD. Comp holding out at the 455.15 as support and resistance all the way up here. We'll put that one right where it belongs, right there at the 464.938. Stop just beneath this 26-day moving average. You see we're starting to get support off of that. Let's move on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin. Support setting there at the 1.206. Resistance up at the 1.2287. trying to get up through all these moving averages as they converge here on the 1 hour. Let's see if we can see a little bit more clearly on the 4 hour. There we go. So we are in the right configuration here on the 4 hour. We have the 12-day up above the 26 and the 100-day. Trying to stay and just ride that 26-day through the 12. Let's move on to ETC, Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic had a good day yesterday. And healthy consolidation down here. We set some new support. Did we trigger that loss? I do not believe so. No, we did not. So we have new resistance level at the 18.828, and we'll keep that support right on top of that stop loss there at 18.00. $18 even for support. Let's have a look at XEM or NEM. Still holding that support level at the 0.3917. We have a new resistance level at the 0.4093. 1226 and 100-day is in the right configuration. I added NEM because they have some big news coming up. They have an event coming this weekend. So they're supposed to be announcing some good stuff. So keeping a watch on that particular one. So we'll keep you informed as the events unfold. So move on to MANA, M-A-N-A, USDC. New resistance level. Got just above that 100-day moving average. Couldn't close above there, so we're going to retest these supports at the 0.940 and resistance at the 0.974. And we'll just bring that stop loss on up there just beneath those lows right there. We'll put that at the 0.909 if you're following along. Let's move on to ZIL. Zilliqa. Got all the way up here. We've got new resistance at the 0.20654 and support is now going to be up there on that previous low as we're starting to take support off that 12-day, as you can see here on this red line. Sloping downward though, so keep that in mind. So support at the 0.1998. And we can delete this. You see this trend line that I had drawn. We broke through that to the upside. We'll bring that stop loss on up there just beneath that 26-day right there. There we go. Moving on to NUUSD. Let's see. Yes, we did trigger the stop loss on this particular name. So we'll move that down out of the way. So we're out of there. But we have support sitting there at the 0.555. And resistance going to be up there at that 100-day moving average. Trying to get through that. You see we had once, twice, 3 times a lady rejected there at the 0.5796. For NU, let's look at NMR USD. NMR USD got through the stop loss. Unfortunately, that's okay. That's what it's there for. We'll look down at the support to hold at the 62.641. New resistance level right there as we are getting the 26 cross over the 12. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Resistance at the 70.1995. So roughly watch for that 70 psychological for NMR. We'll move on now to GRT USD. Let's grab that thing. We got a new resistance up just above the 12-day there. So resistance 1.721 and support. Excuse me. Let's move it to 1 hour here so we can find you something here. There we go. Support there at the 1.671. Having a look over to Uniswap UNI USD. UNI-USD, we have resistance at the 29.3964 and support. You see it sitting right off this previous low right now as we speak at the 29.139. And watch for support as well on this one hour time frame. You see the 26-day moving average, that blue line there, holding up pretty well. We'll move on to AAVE. USD, we'll switch back to the 4 hour. We got resistance at the 363.77 and support now at the 347.50 for AAVE. And we can bring that stop up just a little bit there, just beneath that support level here, as we want to keep that pretty tight if we can't get above these averages. We'll move on to MKR USD. MKR USD, we have support at the 2068.26, and then our new resistance level, we can grab that thing, there we go. Where we at? Right there. So we'll have resistance at the 2120.825. And as before, we'll just slightly bring this stop loss up just beneath this low over here with all the volume. Let's move on to audio. So the NFTs are still looking strong. There's lots of hype, and as you probably heard, I don't have to sing that song for you. Audio resistance at the 2.7676, support going to be, we'll have to look over here to the left, some of these lows there, these previous lows. So watch us to hold that 26-day as support. If that fails, look down at the 2.6133. For audio, bringing the stop on up there, we'll get it just beneath one of these other lows, just underneath there. Keeping things all tight and neat. Looking at CHZ USD. Sideways consolidation here on the 4 hour, which is fine. That means we're just putting more support down for the future. So holding up there at support at the 0.4509 and resistance up at the 0.4721. Tightening range. And we do have we are inverted. We have the 100-day over the 26 over the 12, so we'd like to see that cross. But it looks like the 12 is starting to trend upwards now. So looking pretty good. We'll just keep that stop loss just beneath this 12-day moving average. For CHZ, moving on to Theta, THETA USD. Trying to grab that trusty little support and resistance there. Let's get that for you really quick. Looking good. Okay, we are support down at the 11.75 round number. Resistance up at the 12.62. So basically a dollar range we have in here. So pretty wide range that we have set for you. But we are above this 100-day and the 12-day. So if we can close above there, looking for that support to hold on those moving averages. Let's move on to ENJ. As I mentioned, this is going to be launched on Coinbase on Friday, and then the following week, I think it is, Coinbase IPO. So watch all of the exchange coins like BNB, KuCoin, things like that to go nuts during that launch. So we got a new all-time high for ENJ, so that will set that for you really quick. That is what, the 3.0978 all-time high. There we go. So we have resistance on our way up to the all-time high at the 3.059. And let's see if we'll zoom into the 1 hour to get some support level for you to lean back on. There we are. There's your support on this indecision candle at the 2.88462. And for some reason, I don't have a stop going on this one, so let me just put that in there really quick. There we go. Put that just beneath these, the wick of this candle and the 12-day moving average here on the 1 hour for the stop loss. So keep that knot tight and needy. Should we have to come down and retest support for continuation? We are slightly just beneath the overbought on the RSI. So we are at, what are we at, 67.17. So that 70 margin is right there. Let's have a look on to ONE. We're almost finished, folks. Hang in there with me. A little bit long-winded today. Sorry about that. Just have a lot to cover. Support sitting there at the 0.1590 and the resistance at the 0.1637 for ONE Harmony 1 USD. We did get the 26 cross over the 100 days, so looking for some upside potential here, as we do have the 12, 26, and 100 day all in the right configuration. We'll ease that stop loss just underneath that 26-day moving average to keep those profits locked in there, as we did make our way into this trade. As you can see, we are up at the whole $24. So that's not a problem. Moving on to BTC.D. That is your Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is up. I'm sorry, it's just about flat from yesterday. So 56.84. Then looking over to the total crypto market cap, 1,856,000,000,000. So we are up 1.62% in the market cap. So it looks like people took money off exchanges to get into the coins. Mostly the altcoins at the moment, which is not a bad thing. So folks, that about does it for me for today. I appreciate you stopping in. If you don't mind, hit that like button. It's free 99. It costs you nothing. It tells the YouTube algorithm that folks are interested in the content that I'm producing here, and it will share the information out to like-minded folks like yourself. I appreciate that. I'll see you tonight at 6 p.m. for the Crypto Happy Hour. Have a great day.